Howdy, howdy, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Stone Mandalorian. My name is Cody. Appreciate you for making this video part of your day. All of my friends and my regulars here that watch my content, y'all know how much I love Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite fictional characters of all freaking time. The inspiration, motivation, just the nostalgia that I have for the character. So I've been very busy with work and training for a strongman competition I have coming up. So I've been really busy. This was posted about almost 2 weeks ago, like 12 or 13 days ago. So I'm a little bit behind doing like live reactions, and I've slowed down on my videos, but I'm still staying somewhat active. But with that being said, let's go ahead and just jump on straight into the trailer, because there's a lot. This is a really awesome trailer in my opinion. So I do just want to begin with saying that I have already watched this. So this is not like a live reaction. I've already seen this, but I still figure we'll just go ahead and let the trailer run through one time, and then we'll go back and do a couple breakdowns, and I'll just give my thoughts and opinions. So with that being said, let's let it run.
What is happening to me?
Did you miss me, Spidey?
I'm losing my mind. I am totally out of control. I gotta fix whatever this is right now.
Final semester MIT.
Dad, who do you think is actually watching these?
Maybe someone.
Okay, well, bye, someone.
What the?
Dr. Banner, you found a way to suppress mutating DNA, right?
If you see me with this stuff, run.
So could you get rid of the bad aspects but keep the good?
How would you decide what parts of nature are good or bad?
Well, sorry about that.
You're not one of my students, are you?
It appears we're faced with a threat we can't control. One we can't even see. You're the only one who's immune to it. You're the only one who can sense it.
What do you think they're looking for?
Oh, see, you stumbled across my board. I'm not one of those weirdos, I swear.
He's a little weird. I'm MJ.
You two don't know each other?
Yo, Spider-Man! You okay? You get rid of that monster inside you?
Think I might go see how MJ's doing.
You're not gonna get away with this.
But he might.
I didn't know you could get that big.
Hey!
But you're in danger. You just have to trust me.
Fine.
This whole thing can get really scary.
Who the hell is that?
Who the hell are you?
Frank, please. I don't have anywhere else to go.
By the people who love you, just gonna let him go himself? I love you because you're you.
If you're gonna do something, you better do it now.
Never forget that. No matter how powerful you've become.
I miss you, mate. Huh. All right. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'm not in high school anymore. Oh. Did you stretch? You a big stretcher? It's so good for you. You ready?
Yeah, so dude, I'm so freaking psyched for this movie, man. So there's a lot going on in this trailer. So right here, here we'll just kind of go through and break down little bits and bits. So right here,
Happening to me.
Did you miss me,
let me go back a little
It's
bit.
happening to me.
Did you miss
He says, "What is happening to me?"
me, Spidey?
I'm losing my mind.
Look at that
I am totally out of control.
line. Straight up yeet Scorpion into that fucking cop car, dude. Like, look at this. I mean, throws him and flips the cop car, dude. That's not like a very Spider-Man. Spider-Man's usually like being very, very conscious about like innocent bystanders and citizens standing around, but let it keep going.
I gotta fix whatever this is right now.
I gotta fix whatever this is right now. You can see the black eye. And I've been talking with a couple of my buddies like in our on Instagram, just messages and stuff. And there's two ways they could take this. So I'm a big fan of the 90s Spider-Man the animated series. And I just love how that show really took all those stories and concepts and arcs from the comics and just transferred it into live action. And all the voice acting was phenomenal. The animation was freaking awesome. And especially for the time, like in the 90s, where they were really censoring violence and stuff, like Spider-Man couldn't throw any punches or actually hit anybody. He would do like swing kicks and throw people into stuff, or he'd get thrown into stuff. But there's two ways they could go with this. They explored it in the 90s animated series where the spider DNA starts taking over more of the human DNA, and he becomes more spider than human, and he basically grows 6 arms. He turns into a literal man spider. Now in the comics, he tries to... I forget how exactly it happens in the comics, but he ends up growing 6 limbs, which also happens in the animated series, and then he continues to mutate, which also would be a great segue leading into like what we would call the mutant saga. And to be honest, if y'all have seen my figure shelves, like when I do like all my action figure stuff, I have 2 main shelves of Marvel Legends. I have X-Men and I have Spider-Man. That is my 2 favorite parts of the Marvel franchise. So the Spider-Man movie and being able to introduce the mutant saga and get it going, this would be a great segue into getting into that mutating mutagen type. I just love it, dude. I'm so hyped. So it could be that. It could also be the early signs of the symbiote taking over Peter and making him more aggressive. Either way, both of those things would be awesome. But I have a feeling that it may be the latter. I was thinking like, oh, it's got to be symbiote. He's lonely right now. He's down and out on his luck. It makes sense for him to kind of teeter the dark side and start getting a little bit edgier, a little bit more easily agitated, and a little bit more brutal. But yeah, let me keep playing this real quick.
Final semester MIT.
Dad, who do you think he's
So he says final semester at MIT. So that just shows you that this is giving you the time jump.
watching these?
Maybe someone.
Okay, well, bye, someone.
And this is a part that's really cool too. So you just seen him pop on his exposed web shooters, which I actually really like. I think that's like a very cool callback to how Spider-Man had his cartridges, and it's like exposed, and it shows you like Peter's innovative and creative, brilliant side, like how he was able to make this to aid him and make his power, basically help and enhance him as a hero, you know? So, or a vigilante in some people's eyes. And then right there, he puts them on, and then they literally get slung off. And then this part right here.
What the? Doctor.
So he's pushing out. He pushes down on his wrist. And you see that little bit of webbing coming out. So now he's starting to mutate. And I think this is a really cool direction to go. And this is what makes me think it's more Man-Spider right now, because he's getting a little bit more violent. That spider DNA is starting to kick in, making him a lot more just brutal and violent. And the fact that he's now able to produce organic webbing, super interesting. And in the first trailer, when we first see Peter, he's wrapped up in this cocoon. He breaks free. He's in his boxers. And so there's a somewhat... Peter's going through a little bit of an evolution right now with his powers. And real quick, look at the close-up of this suit, dude. The raised web lines, the like smooth polyester texture. Perfect blend of Tobey's suit and Andrew Garfield's suit, man, which they actually had a great interview. Tom Holland and I forget the other person who was in the interview. They were talking about creating the new Spider-Man suit and how they took inspiration from both Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's. Like, if you put those two suits together and they had a baby, it would be this. And I gotta say, this has got to be one of the best looking Spider-Man costumes of all freaking time. Don't get me wrong. So the Tobey Maguire suit, black and original, red and blue, goated. The TASM 2 suit, Andrew Garfield, beautiful, amazing. But then this Tom Holland suit, bro, this may be in the running for like one of the best suits of all time.
Dr. Banner, you found a way to suppress mutating DNA, right?
If you see me with this stuff, run.
So get rid of the bad aspects, but keep the good.
How would you decide what parts of nature are good or bad?
Well, sorry about that.
You're not one of my students, are you?
It appears we're faced with a threat we can't control. One we can't even see.
I've also read some Reddit threads, and I also like to watch Screen Crush from time to time. I love that channel. They're thinking that this guy, he's like the head of I believe the DODC, the Department of Damage Control. but I forget in the subtitles, one of their producers of their show noticed in the subtitles it showed his name, and I forget the name that he's supposed to be representing, but it's a guy in the comics who was basically trying to take advantage of Peter's mutagen DNA and basically try to like secretly get more control with the Department of Damage Control and basically start to create a mutant task force. Like how, if anybody's been watching Daredevil Born Again or whatever, the task force, the anti-vigilante task force, ATF, y'all know what I mean. I can usually like spit it off. Yeah, the anti-vigilante task force, y'all know what I mean. I'm thinking he's going to get more power and basically create like an anti-mutant task force essentially.
You're the only one who's immune to it.
See, and then this is interesting to me because you see all these people getting affected by something, but then everybody's paused, but then Frank seems to be the only one not affected by whatever this is. So I'm very curious, like, why he's the only one that's not being affected by whatever's going on here. Very, very interesting. I've seen some people like talking about how, you know, Sadie Sink's character, perhaps presumably Jean Grey, we don't know for sure, obviously is not the villain of the movie. She's probably being controlled or manipulated to use her powers, or someone is using her to use her powers. And there's just something about Frank, like whether it hits his mentality or them as a mind control just can't go into the fucking mind of Frank Castle because it's a dangerous place to be. But yeah.
Into it. You're the only one.
And this is another cool part. You can actually see this part. It seems like Peter's suit is tracking something. Whether I think the assumption is, and it makes sense to me, that is whatever is doing the mind controlling, that is the conscious energy that's jumping from being to being to control or get away. So you see it jumping from host to host. It jumps to the helicopter. He's looking back to get away from Spider-Man. Spider-Man's going after it, of course. The web swinging looks really good too.
See you.
And this is cool. You can see now we're looking at this is Ned's kind of little like, he's got a little this whole wall of like Spider-Man news clippings and sorry about that, y'all. News clippings and pictures and stuff like that. So right here it says, you can see that right there, first appeared. Let me make sure. Can y'all see this right here? Yeah. First appeared 2016 on this posted. I might be covering up with my camera. No, y'all can see that. Yeah. First appeared 2016, Queen's accent, ethnicity white, 18 to 25 male. Just very, very, this is just a really cool little detail that they put into the movie.
Oh, see, you stumbled across my board. I'm not one of those weirdos, I swear.
He's a little weird. I'm MJ.
You two don't know each other?
Yo, Spider-Man, you okay? You get rid of that monster inside you?
You get rid of that monster inside you, then listen to this guy.
Think I might go see how MJ's doing.
See, it's like the host is going from person to person and taunting Peter about MJ, him having to hide his identity from MJ. So somehow the person who is in mind control of Jean Grey or whatever's going on, using these person to use as hosts, they know about Peter, I guess, or like they know about his care for MJ. And that part right here, dude, it's almost like fucking Jurassic Park with the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and you get the cup on the dash of the 93 Explorer, and that thing, it shakes.
You're not gonna get away with this.
But he might.
Okay, so you go right here, and you can see this. That's the transmit. See, I didn't watch She-Hulk. Unfortunately, I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna talk about that. But this is the device that Bruce Banner was talking about. He made or had configured together in She-Hulk, and it kept him in human form. So you can see it's all fucked up and damaged here. So Hulk has been away since what was it? Not Age of Ultron, Infinity War. Hulk has been gone since Infinity War, so that's been quite some time now. So by the time Hulk comes back, bro, he's gonna be fucking pissed, dude. I cannot, dude. I'm telling you, it is about fucking time. It is about fucking time that we see Hulk for what he truly is and was always meant to be, and that is a rageful monster that is unrelenting and basically indestructible and an unstoppable force being, you know? And then this is where it gets amazing, dude. When I first saw this, I was like, hell yeah.
But he might.
I didn't know you could get.
And dude, he looks fantastic. He looks fucking awesome, bro. Like, this is the kind of Hulk that we all needed and deserve. This has me so hyped, dude, and I cannot wait to see. I'm so excited for this movie, man. This is actually going to, believe it or not, this is going to be my first Spider-Man film in theaters. And I think this may, I may be waffling here, and obviously we'll have to wait and see the movie for sure. I think this has the potential to be one of the best Spider-Man movies of all time. Seriously, man.
That big.
Dude, and real quick, I got to go back and we got to look at the thunderclap again. Look at this, dude. Just, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. It's amazing.
Fine.
See, so now he's starting to kind of get close with the Zendaya here. He's like, you got to trust me. You're in danger. You need to come with me. So obviously she goes with him.
Whole thing can get really scary.
Who the hell is that?
Sorry for hearing my dog barking.
Frank, please. I don't have anywhere else to go.
And of course, you hear that sassy MJ. You hear that? Frank's like, who the hell is she? And who the hell are you? Listen.
People who love you.
Who are you?
Frank, please. You have to trust me.
Right here.
This whole thing can get really scary.
Who the hell is that?
Who the hell are you?
Frank, please. I don't have anywhere else to
Who the
go.
hell are you?
By the people who love you. Just gonna let him go by himself?
And then this is Aunt May
Because you're
talking.
you.
And this is another really cool part too. And this is why I feel like it would make so much sense. I'm trying not to hold out hope or give anybody any false hopes, but it would just make so much sense to see Daredevil. He's in prison right now. Born Again Season 2 ended. Fisk is no longer mayor. He was arrested. He admitted to being Daredevil. So we have the Hand.
Because
And honestly, dude, they look so badass. The Hand looks freaking awesome, dude. I am just being able to get just more influence of Frank Miller, because the Hand was a group created in the Daredevil comics by Frank Miller. I'm so excited to see Spider-Man whoop ass and also kind of like get some struggle, have some challenge for him, because right here,
If you're gonna do something, you better do it now.
he's beat up, mask is off, so all that stuff in No Way Home could have been for nothing if people find out who he is again. At this point, there's nothing. It is what it is at this point, you know. But he's beat up. You can see the black eyes are coming. Symbiote, man, spider genes.
never forget that. No matter how powerful you become.
I miss you, May.
In this part right here, you can see Hulk is all wrapped up in webbing coming out of the rubble. He looks pissed as fuck. Don't know. Now, I'm also curious, is this Hulk coming out and pissed and like disoriented, and he's just angry and happy that, or not happy, but yeah, happy that he's actually out and has control of himself again? Because at this point, Banner has been shoving him in the back seat and not letting him have the wheel. He only pulled Hulk out when he needed him for battles and stuff like that. And as soon as the battle was done, he just shoved Hulk right back down, you know. And Hulk isn't a whole other person and identity and personality inside of Bruce, you know. So it's like not giving somebody attention or giving them proper time to share, you know what I'm saying? And you feel like you're being taken advantage of. But I'm curious as to if this is Hulk just pissed and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, how long he's been away, or if that maybe somebody else is in mind control of Hulk and using Jean Grey to use mind powers to manipulate Hulk to attack Spider-Man, perhaps.
Huh. All right, just give me a sec. Give me a sec.
In this part too, dude.
I'm not in high school
Not in high school anymore. And again, this is just a cool reminder that, dude, you gotta think we've been with Tom Holland for 10 years now. It's 2026. Civil War. Captain America: Civil War was in 2016. That was his first appearance, fighting Bucky and Falcon, and then obviously helping Team Cap, or I'm sorry, Team Iron Man. So it's like Team Stark, whatever. The fact that he's like, oh, I'm not in high school anymore. Like, it's been 10 years that we've been with this character. And mind you, at this part of the movie, it's been 4 years since No Way Home, you know? And so let us play out again.
Did you stretch? You a big
So
stretcher?
good for you.
It's so good for you.
Are you ready?
You ready?
You ready? So excited, dude. I'm so freaking excited, man. So there is also one part, and I was watching, I can't remember if it was New Rock Stars or Screen Crush or some other channel, but so they went to MIT Tech. So obviously they've been, Ned and MJ are somewhat educated on technology and stuff like that. So they've been going to school. There's one part where, oh, where is it at? Okay, so unfortunately, I can't find the scene. For, maybe it wasn't in this trailer, but there is a scene where Spider-Man is sitting at the computer and looks like he's getting help from Mary Jane from Zendaya about something to do with technology or like the spider tracker or something like that. So they had said something about maybe Spider-Man, because Peter can't spend too much time with them as Peter, the only time he really gets to spend with them is when he's dressed as Spider-Man. So he's going to them for help with their technology, their abilities within their intelligence. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. You know, it makes sense. Like I said, they've been at MIT Tech. They just graduated. They're about there. Well, they haven't graduated. They're in their final semester. But yeah, why that would make total sense for him to go to Ned and Mary Jane for some aid, for some help. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much it, y'all. I don't know. There was a lot to unpack here, and even more. I didn't even go through everything, to be honest with y'all. But yeah, though, that was pretty much all the stuff I wanted to touch on and talk about. I'm so excited for this movie. I cannot wait. July 30th. This is going to be my first Spider-Man film in theaters ever. And again, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I think this has all the potential to be one of the greatest Spider-Man films of all time. And I was talking with my buddies. I've been talking with my friends a lot about this movie, man. And I'm just, where this is going to lead, we were actually even talking that there's, just like in the comics, there's potential where, because obviously we know we have Secret Wars coming. That's where Spider-Man gets his black suit, his symbiote suit, and all the way from the 1984 Secret Wars comic. So Secret Wars is coming, then we have Doomsday. So there is some speculation that perhaps Peter may die at the end of this movie somehow, and then the symbiote, as the end credit scene, we might see the fucking Kraven the Hunter type shit where the symbiote goes down to resurrect Peter and he comes back to life in the black suit. So, you know, I take all those rumors with a grain of salt. It's always fun to speculate and stuff like that. And again, they're going to tie stuff. It's not going to be exact to the comics, but they're going to find a way to make it correlate with the films and whatever they have planned for the MCU going forward. Because obviously after Secret Wars is coming, then Doomsday, and then they're doing after Doomsday is going to be a soft reset of the entire MCU. So I'm really curious, man. I'm just so excited to see maybe like some X-Men and Doomsday. It's going to be amazing, dude. And then we got X-Men 97 season 2. It's on now. Today's July 1st, 2026, man. So I can't wait to sit down and watch that. Season 1 was so freaking stellar, but let me quit yapping. I could talk about the X-Men 97 trailer and another live reaction, perhaps. But now the first 3 episodes are out, so who knows? Maybe I'll do a review. I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you all so much for making this video part of your day. Let me know if you're excited about Spider-Man Brand New Day, and if you plan on going to see it. I know I sure freaking do. I'm going to take my wife, probably get my mom and her husband to come as well. So, yep, let me know if y'all are going to see this movie and how excited y'all are, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.